Divorce attorney Daniel Moss is in studio with us this morning. One of the biggest celebrity divorces is about to take place with the biggest amount of money that they say could go out because this guy's worth billions of dollars. Mel Gibson, we announced this yesterday morning. Mel Gibson and his wife are divorcing after being together for what? It was like 28 years?
28 years, 7 kids.
So, I asked, Danny this question. Danny, he's pretty much screwed, isn't he? If you get together with somebody when you were worth nothing, you never had a prenuptial agreement at the time, you all of a sudden become famous.
Married for 28 years with 7 children.
Yeah, well, there's only one. There's actually 8, I think, aren't there?
8 children?
8 children.
How can you keep track at that point?
Well, hey.
So what happens?
29-year marriage, everything's equal.
And he had no
She gets
prenup.
half. He'll be Mad Max again, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Oh, yeah. She's going to get half of everything, plus she's going to live basically half the way he is most of the rest of her life. I mean, she's entitled to half under Michigan law. Now, I don't know about
Los Angeles law.
Now, let me ask you a question. Out of all the kids, the youngest, Tom, is 10 years old. That's the only one that's still a minor. They're saying that Mel Gibson is trying to file for joint custody, so I guess he wouldn't have to pay as much child support or something.
He's
crazy
17
like
years old. I mean, what are we talking about?
Yeah,
a
it's
year?
not going to save him any money.
Right.
There's not much of a difference that's really going to be made as far as dollars and cents. I mean, this is pretty much a 50-50 proposition money-wise across the board now.
Once they're divorced, he doesn't. She'll probably keep getting a check for crazy amounts even afterwards. Like will the support afterward, not just splitting up all the assets and money, but going forward, will she still get those tens of thousands of dollars a month or whatever?
Alimony. Oh, she's entitled to half the property plus alimony, probably for. I'm not sure how old they are, but probably the rest of her. This is a full-term marriage.
Can a person do this? I've never heard of this before, but if say a guy is a celebrity, say a guy invents something very, very famous, can he make his wife, while they're already married, sign a prenuptial agreement?
No.
So once you're married, you can't sign it.
You can voluntarily,
but nobody's gonna sign it.
Nobody can hold a gun to your head to sign one. No.
Wow.
So there's no way to protect themselves from the fact that like Mel Gibson couldn't have protected himself after he knew he was going to become famous.
After Lethal Weapon.
Could have got divorced earlier.
You can ask, but who's going to do it? I mean, if I went to Chris today and said, listen, I just signed $1 million deal for phone scam CDs to be sold nationwide. They're going to promote it on American Idol. Will you sign this piece of paper that says if we get divorced, you're not going to get any of the money?
No.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Common sense prevails.
Yeah, right. Not only will you not get the signature, you'll still get the divorce.
I got one more quick celebrity divorce question. Madonna getting her divorce. Everything's finalized except for the kids. She's buying a new $40 million house. Now, they're still finalizing the full settlement because of the kids. Even though she buys a house in the process of the divorce going on, it's over. Like that house
They've pretty much signed a settlement agreement. She's pretty much going to do what she wants. And, the funny thing about all these celebrity divorces and everything else, when you think about the money involved, how much did Madonna's ex get?
Like 70, 100 million.
100 million. I mean, do you think 100 million you could live on for a while?
Oh, yeah.
That'd be nice. All right. Well, here you go. Daniel Moss in with us right now, divorce attorney. If you're somebody that has recently gone through some issues in your relationship, you're looking for a divorce attorney, it's a great way for you to call up and ask some questions. 313-298-9595. One of the big things is today is tax day. And let's go to Kathy here. Hi, Kathy.
Hi. I have a question.
Okay.
What about getting a divorce to avoid taxes? On too many taxes, no deductions once you reach a certain income, and getting a divorce to decrease your taxes.
So you guys are fine in your relationship. You just get divorced to try to save money.
Love them to death, but if they pay alimony and not child support, it's deductible, and you're eligible for many more deductions.
Danny's looking.
You're hired.
Is that possible? You could do that.
Well, you can get divorced for any reason you want, and especially Michigan's no fault. You can get divorced, and if your CPA, you discuss it with your CPA, and he says, hey, it's tax advantageous to do it that way, go for it.
Huh. Wow.
I mean, if that's what you want to do.
Kathy, is that something that you would be able to convince your significant other of?
Probably.
Wow.
You'll
make him an offer he can't refuse.
Another woman, because technically y'all divorced.
I never thought about that, though. That's interesting. Tim?
Yeah, that previous scholar needs to go to church more.
You're right.
Do the right thing.
Yeah.
What's your issue that you're dealing with?
Okay, 3 kids, 1, 3, and 5. I'm making 6 digits. My wife's making 6 digits. However, about 30 more than I am. My question is if there's a divorce, do I still wind up paying?
Well, if there's a divorce, depends on how long you've been married, who gets custody of the children. It's actually the laws changed a little bit. It's kind of like the number of overnights really determine who pay. If you have equal income and you're both in 6 digits, whoever has the children more overnights is probably going to get support from the other person. That's how it's working now under the new guidelines.
Are you thinking about getting divorced?
Yeah.
Really? What is making you think about getting divorced?
Oh, without the voice disguise, trust me. I don't want to get into it.
Really?
So y'all don't like each other no more?
Yeah, I think there's a certain piece there. But
have you guys had counseling yet? Have you tried some marital counseling?
No.
Well, you got 3 young kids. You might want to try that before you think about getting divorced. If you want, you give me a call later this afternoon. I'll be happy to talk to you about it and recommend some people.
6 figures and 6 more figures. You gotta work that out.
Yeah, it should be a last resort, not a first
Money
resort.
obviously isn't the issue.
What's the deal? Do you have a girl? You have a girl?
Yes.
You do have a girl.
You cheated.
So you got somebody on the side, huh?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about my kids.
Oh, okay.
Well, you guys always jump to the wrong conclusion, don't you?
I thought you had a girl or something there. All right, here's Danny's number. It's 248-855-5656.
All right, thank you.
All right, good luck to you, man.
Take care.
Sue has a question for divorce attorney Daniel Moss. It's Ask the Divorce Attorney. Hi, Sue.
Hi, Sue.
Hi.
Sue, what's your question?
I have a question. I've been married almost 10 years. My husband, we have 2 children together. Well, we have 1 child together, and I have a daughter. And her father's deceased. Anyways, he has been in Saudi Arabia for almost 10 years. 10 months. And I want to file for a divorce. We are very, very deep in debt.
What's he doing over there?
He's building an airport.
So he's working because work's not abundant here, right?
Right.
So absence hasn't made the heart grow fonder in this case.
No, it has not.
So Danny, how is it if your spouse is out of the country or out of town? How can you divorce a person when they're out of town?
You can still do it. You just have to serve them differently through the military, and
he's not in the military.
He's not military, though.
Oh, he's overseas.
Yeah, he's working overseas.
There's a lot of ways to serve him. You can go
but
through.
But my question is, we are deep in debt still. Not as deep as we were, but we are still deep in debt. Would it benefit me to wait until the debt is paid off?
Well, that's your financial call. But I mean, if you're deep in debt and you're not living together and there's no pressing need to get divorced, it would kind of make common sense to keep the money coming in and pay off some of those debts before you get divorced.
Yeah, really. For God's sakes, he's not even living. He's in Saudi Arabia. You got it good. He's not even here right now. Right. You know that?
Well, he's coming home soon to visit.
Oh, that's the problem, huh?
Well, that might be the time to serve him.
Maybe that's the time for you to go to Saudi Arabia. See if you can work it out.
Honestly, I'd tell him, I want these bills paid or you're getting a divorce. See if he comes up with some money first. Don't just divorce him. If you're in debt, he's going to leave you further in debt.
Does he have any idea that this is in your mind right now?
No, he's in Saudi Arabia.
No, but I mean, I assume they've talked or emailed.
Hey, Bill?
Yeah.
Hi, Bill, what is your question?
I had a question. I have 3 kids, and my mom wanted to put some money, like about $10,000, into a 521 for them, and my marriage is not going well at all. So I was wondering if my mom opens that 521, or I open it with my mom's money.
And again, it's a college fund, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can my wife touch that?
Ooh.
No, that'll stay for the kids.
It'll stay for the kids?
Right.
Okay.
What
Does
happens in
there
that
need to be
case?
a beneficiary?
That's good. Those are
things?
good till the kids are 18.
Okay.
Judges don't like to invade those at all. I mean, if you open up a special fund like that for the kids, it's like a little trust for the kids.
Okay.
You can't go into that.
What happens? Like my sister's in-laws give money to the kids' college fund all the time, like put it in accounts and stuff like that. So if there's no way that you can pull that out of there.
Well, it's got to be like a uniform minors trust or that fund that he just indicated. That are specifically designated for the kids and cannot be broken.
Candace has a crazy question. Candace would like to get a divorce, but there's one problem, Candace, and tell Daniel Moss, the divorce attorney, what the problem is.
I don't know where he is. He He walked out one night 6 months ago, and I haven't seen or heard from him since. I've heard he's in the UP, but I don't know where.
Pull the phone away from your pull the phone away from your mouth a little bit because your phone's overmodulating there for a second. You don't know where he is?
I have no idea. I've heard he's in the UP, but I don't know where.
Oh, boy.
What's the question?
How do I get divorced if I don't know where he's at?
You can do something called substitute service, alternative service. It's done all the time. You publish, you do it by publishing in the legal news and posting at the courthouse. It's valid service. It takes a little longer, but it can be done.
Really? I know a couple last questions because you're going to court. You have a court case today?
Yes, I do.
But is it a juicy one?
I don't want to talk about it on the radio right now.
All right, Daniel Moss. Amanda, what's your question for divorce attorney Daniel Moss?
Okay, I have been divorced for 3 years, but I got remarried, and my husband's in the military now, and he's in San Diego, and I'm trying to move me and my son to San Diego, but my ex-husband's trying to fight me. How easy is it going to for me to be able to move?
You can. What's preventing you from moving?
My ex-husband's trying to fight me, and I can't move out of state without his permission.
Her ex-husband.
We have to go in the court.
Oh, your ex-husband.
Yeah.
You want to move to okay, and you have an ex-husband here, and he doesn't want you to move. You have to petition the court, and they have to find under a number of circumstances that it's in the best interests of the kids and you to be able to move out state.
How hard is that? By the way, with a lot of that's a good question because there's a lot of people that are moving out of state because there's not a lot of business here.
Jobs.
How hard is it for you to move if you're in a situation where you guys are divorced? You have custody of the kids. You're going to move your kids away from their other parent.
The problem is, effectively, it creates a change in the custody because, at this point, you're going to have to be able to try and set up parenting time with him comparable to what he's got now, like summers and all the vacations and that kind of stuff. That factors into it also. The motives of the move and the necessity of the move and whether it will better the quality of life for the mother and the children. Those are the issues the court has to consider.
All right, here's the deal. If you have any more questions for Daniel Moss and you couldn't get them answered now, and you would like to get a telephone evaluation with Daniel, or if you need a divorce attorney, you can get in contact with them. You can call 248-855-5656, 248-855-5656, or you can visit his website, which is dmosslaw.com. It's DMOSSLAW.com.
And by the way, Mojo, I will personally return any call from all of your any listener of yours that calls, they will get a call back from me.
You personally do it?
Me personally, yes.
So there's no associates and all the rest of these guys.
I will call them back personally.
Listen to that voice. Wow. You'll know if it's him or not.
Hi, it's Danny Moss. Want to go golfing today? All right, good luck in your court case today. Good luck with whatever
Thank you.
Go take some money from somebody. All right. Just not me. I'm telling you, this is who. If I was getting divorced, this is who I would have represent me. I don't want them against me. Hello?
Austin.
Hello. Hi.
Who are you?
I'm Austin.
Hi, Austin. How are you?
I'm great.
Hey,
that's a sexy name.
Yeah.
Austin?
Yes.
We're paying your bills. Congratulations.
Oh my God, thank you so much. This makes my day.
$1,000 that we're going to be paying you.
Awesome.
What bill are we going to pay for you?
Credit card.
All
I'm
right.
for a divorce, and I have a little baby.
Wait, you're charging your divorce on your credit card?
Yeah, part of it. I had to.
Wow. What's the story? Why you guys couldn't work it out, huh?
Yeah.
Wait, you got to be happy, though. Aren't you happy?
I'm very happy.
You sound happy. Good for you.
Yes, and I've got a great boyfriend now, so I'm very happy.
Oh, well, there you go. There's the reason why we got the divorce.
Good girl, Austin.
You got that boyfriend after you separated, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, because we're applauding. I just want to make sure.
Yes.
So that's good. Look, we don't ask. We just pick winners. We don't ask what you're going to spend it on, but you sound happy. Got everything going on. Save a little bit left at the end for a little dinner out afterwards.
That's right. Yeah.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you so much.
Tell everybody, Austin, who you are.
I'm Channel 955.
Yay!
And tell everybody who just legally dissolved your marriage.
Wait, is your divorce official? Did everything get through?
It's official. It's all through. That's right.
Wow. Was it a messy divorce or was it a clean divorce?
No, it was very clean. We're very civil with each other.
You guys are very amicable. What's the best thing that you got that you wanted?
We didn't have a whole lot,
so I didn't get much. I got a bed.
You got the bed?
Yeah, I got the bedroom furniture.
Look, and what did he get? So what's he going to sleep on?
Doesn't matter.
He got the couch.
He got the couch.
Anyways.
I like that, how you separate that. Hey,
come up to the microphone. Look, you say the word divorce on the air. Look who walks in the building.
Our divorce attorney. Daniel Moss in with us. How are you? What's up, Danny?
Good morning.
Now, when we say our divorce attorney, Mojo and I happily married, but we turn to you for advice. He's been a great advertiser of this radio station. Would you want to do a round of, while you're in here, Ask a Divorce Attorney?
Oh, for sure.
Very nice. 313-298-9595. You have not met Shannon yet.
Hello, Shannon.
Hello to you as well.
Very nice. Very nice to have Danny Moss back in with us this morning. Ask the divorce attorney. I went out for lunch with you. What was it? About a week ago we went out to lunch?
That's right.
I was grilling you. I sat.
Why?
Seriously, I was asking him about all the big, because he's done high.
Are you researching?
No, he does. He does all the high profile like divorces here in town, and he won't tell me any of the names.
Right.
So I was asking him like questions about some of the things that people are fighting over and some of like the big items. I mean, he's got like clients. You've had clients that have like airplanes and things like that.
Yeah. Jet planes.
Yeah.
But it's usually the silly little things that really stand out when they're fighting over a pet hamster.
Everybody's got inside their mind. They've got their own little things, their own little agendas, and sometimes those agendas just take a little while to play out.
They'll ask for something just to piss him off. Like, I want the remote control for the TV.
What's the stupidest thing that you've ever seen a couple in all the years that you've been?
Oh, I don't know. I give the example, for instance, and this is just an example. I always tell my clients, look, you want to go into court, and this is your favorite coffee pot. So he took your favorite coffee. I'll pay you for the coffee pot.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to embarrass myself in front of a judge saying, hey, here's a $39.95 coffee pot, and we're spending $1,000, $1,500 just to argue about it.
But you've had those clients though that they want
absolutely. But I make it clear to every one of them that, look, I'm not going to go into court and argue, and spend a lot of money over something that's just nominal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why? But if they want to, and it means that much to them, and they absolutely have to, and it's not involving children, I'll say okay. And then, of course, in the back room, I'll explain to the judge, look, means a lot to this person. It's a memento, whatever it is. Sometimes you just have to do it. But I hate like heck to do it.
Yeah, and the worst is kids. I always talk about with Danny, one of the things I say is that this guy is like the best when it comes to child custody cases, because the worst thing in the world anybody wants to do is go through a divorce. And I mean, I know, Shannon, you're a product of divorce. But your parents were able to work things out so that you guys could spend time with all the
I had it really easy. And my mom and my dad both lived downriver, so I saw both of them all the time. But speaking of something funny that they fought over a rubber chicken.
Oh, no.
When they were going through a divorce.
Oh, no.
What do you mean?
Long story, but yeah, that was like this weird thing that my dad really wanted, and my mom wanted to keep it as well. So
you're lucky, though. You're lucky that they did that, because the worst situation for kids is an acrimonious divorce, a divorce where the parents are fighting tooth and nail, and continue to fight tooth and nail. It scars and scars and scars that child for life. Those parents that can get through the divorce nicely, those children come out of it fairly well.
Yeah, my parents are great with each other.
The thing that you mentioned about how your parents both stayed downriver, one of the things that I was asking you about last week when we were going out was about how many people are wanting to move. In a divorce situation with custody, you get divorced, all of a sudden one person wants to leave the state.
Yep.
We talked about that. How does the courts feel about that?
Well, the courts are reluctant. You got to have a very good reason. It has to basically seriously improve the quality of life for the mother and the child, and because they're not going to do something to defeat the father or the mother, for that matter, parenting time. But I'll tell you that some situations are just even worse. I've represented a woman whose husband was, for instance, a football player, and this is a guy who's played professional football, whatever. And you can understand if he's going to live out state for a while. But when for instance, he changes teams, and the team people live in Michigan, and when he changes team and he lives pretty close to where the child is, and he still insists on keeping a home all the way over on the other side of the country.
Right.
Why would, what kind of a father, in my mind, would still want to live away from their child? Okay, when he doesn't have to, monetarily or otherwise. But yet, at that point, you're still arguing over parenting time, and I don't think the issue is the child anymore. I think it's the father being more concerned with his own needs.
Bitterness.
All right.
Tell you what, we're getting a lot of calls from people who don't realize we already gave away the $1,000. If you want to call and talk to our attorney, Daniel Moss, about divorce, you can call 313-298-9595.
Here you go. Heather, you there?
Yes.
Heather, what's up? You have a question for Daniel Moss?
Yeah. Hi, Mr. Moss.
Hi, how are you, Heather?
Good. I filed for a divorce last November. It would have found out I was pregnant in December. We reconciled. Our actual court date to finish our divorce would have been this November night. And I filed papers Friday to cancel. And it's not working. Do I have to? I know I'm going to have to refile again.
Can I just ask a quick question before he gives you all the legal stuff?
Go right ahead.
Wait, so you actually decided we'll stay together, and then you go to the court and say, I'm going to cancel everything within like a couple hours? You
Over
decide
the weekend, it has been a madhouse. I think he realized, wow, she's not going to leave me. I can be in ASS.
Wow. So in that quick of a period, you want to refile?
Yes.
Can she get her court date back?
Well, did you when you filed a motion to dismiss?
I'm sorry, say that again.
What did you file to dismiss? Was it a motion to dismiss?
My lawyer had me sign a paper to cancel him, and then he had us both sign a paper that he was going to turn in.
If there is what sounds like a consent order was signed by both parties and will be entered by the court, you can call the court to see if that's been entered yet and tell the court to cancel it. If it has been entered, within a reasonable time afterwards, you can file a motion to reinstate the original divorce case, so you don't have to start going through the procedure all over again.
So we don't have to wait the whole 6 months again?
No, I don't think so. Most judges will reinstate the case.
So he's only nice to you when he's got the divorce weighing over his head?
I'm sorry?
He's only nice to you when he's got the divorce weighing over his head?
No, my husband's 45.
No. Do you understand what I said? Are you the problem?
Am I the problem?
No. I said he's only nice to you when he knew you were going to get through divorce. When you canceled the divorce, he became a dick.
Yes, and then when throughout the period of us, because we stayed separated for 6 months, and throughout the period where we got back together and we would fight and argue, it would always be, well, I know you could walk any minute, constantly threw up in each other's face, well, we'll just go through with the divorce. And it was, when it's canceled,
that's emotional.
Heather,
that's emotional blackmail right there.
Yeah,
it's going to get better. I just don't want it hanging over my head. We're going to stop it. And I just had a new baby in September, so I guess I wanted to believe it.
I think it might apply in this case, but a lot of things. One of the things I tell my clients, I have an aunt who's a PhD psychologist out in Pacific Palisades, California, who's older now. She's probably in her late 70s, but she says, law for a number of years, I do everything to try and keep couples together, especially where there's children and everything else. But there comes a point where you go through this life one time, and sometimes if you really are really unhappy in a relationship, sometimes it's better to try a new route in life to make yourself happy.
Especially if you used every resort to try to work it out.
Yeah. I mean,
Colleen's got a fear here, or Kay has a fear here, excuse me. Kay are you a housewife, Kay? Ooh, I lost her. That was a good call. She's a housewife. I'll ask you this question.
Go ahead.
Housewife, husband and her are having issues divorcing. House, everything's in his name. Can he kick her out?
They're married?
They're married to each other.
No. They're married. She's got an interest in the house.
Every interest at all. Now, if one of them has to leave, while the divorce is going on?
Well, the only reason one would have to leave would be if there was some kind of serious either physical abuse or harassing or something like that going on where a court ordered them to leave. Mm-hmm. Legally, they both have a right to stay in the house.
That's when you put the white tape down the middle of the house. This is your half. This is my half.
Personal protection orders accomplish pretty much the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Colleen, you want to ask the divorce attorney, Daniel Moss. What's your question?
Okay, my question is, my ex-husband took the buyout from Chrysler. He has a problem with the IRS. We lived together because we were friends. And he bought the house, put the house in my name. The title is in my name alone. And now he's got a girlfriend who owns the house.
Who owns the house?
Are you guys still married?
No, we are divorced.
You're divorced?
And he's hiding the money from the IRS. So he put it in my name.
I think I would just sit there and say, well, I've got a house in my name and have a nice life. See what happens.
I could say that to him?
No, yes. Yeah, the house is in your name.
Good.
In case you missed that. Sweet.
Did that happen during the divorce?
No, this just happened. This just happened within the last 6 months.
So after the divorce, he conveyed the house to you?
Yeah, he bought a house with his buyout money.
Uh-huh.
And put it in my name because the IRS is after him.
Mm-hmm. Well, they may be after him for gift tax now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If you really want to screw him, you could do that.
You didn't pay anything, did you?
I did what?
You didn't pay him any money for the house, did you?
No, I didn't
no money.
So it was a gift.
Hey, you know what, Colleen?
What? He's got a girlfriend now. That's the problem.
Well, he's not married anymore. He's entitled to have a girlfriend.
He's got a girlfriend, and guess what you got?
A house?
You got a house. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Cool.
Thanks for the call.